You are now tuned in to the Just Coolin' Podcast Season 4. Check out the roster. Music provided by Kodak.
It's your Captain Country Red from Just Coolin' Podcast. Peace.
It's your boy, DJ Quinn.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, DawsonSJewellS. Peace.
Hey, bringing that spice. It's your girl, Sassy.
What up with it? Got your boy Big Spud in the house.
It's Cooling Podcast on the Tattoo Shop Radio every Saturday on Zeno FM at 12 noon Eastern in USA, Culture Shock in Canada, Cuzzo FM in Germany, Wapto Music FM in Guadeloupe in the Caribbean, powered by Zeno FM with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. Also, check us out on the Hubb YouTube channel Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time and on YouTube channel Just Cooling Podcast Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time.
Another episode of Just Coolin' Podcast. I'm Country Red.
I am DawsonSJewellS.
I'm Sassy.
Man, we have a special guest, a returning guest, and an alumni. We have Matt Maddox in the building, man. What's going on, my brother?
Salute. Thank you guys for having me once again. Pleasure to be back.
Alrighty, man. So what you been up to since the last time we had you on the show, man? What's new? What's good?
Man, Mo. Sorry, my dog's over here excessively grooming her brother. Come on. But nah, man, working on a lot of music. I got almost. Okay, she want to say hi. All right.
Yeah, tell us. Get her in the camera if you need to. What up, big dog? What's up?
All right. Little show over here.
Ready.
Nah, man, working on a lot of music, but I got married in May.
Congratulations.
May. Appreciate it. Yeah. Man, just been working. I mean, since last time I talked to you guys, I started a business, got that going. Just got back from New York a couple days ago. Was out there at somebody else's wedding and just been busy, staying busy, trying to dive back into the music though. Now I got an ungodly amount of shit written. I need to get in the booth and you know, put it down and keep moving forward. But yeah, you know, raising my daughter, raising these dogs, you know, trying to wear many hats at once.
Right.
Where are you located?
Right now I'm in Wichita, Kansas.
Wow. Up the street.
Yeah.
That's not about 2 hours away, 412 East. I mean, west on the highway, yeah.
Where you at?
I'm in Tulsa, man. Tulsa, Oklahoma, man.
No shit. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Peace to my Tulsa people, man. Burns and
already, yeah.
Two Feathers, all them.
Yeah, he just had a tour show last couple of weeks ago, man. He tore that down. Him and
AC Alone.
Yes.
Yeah, he was trying to take me on the tour with him, and I would have held him down, but I had all this other shit going on, and I couldn't make it. But that would have been
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you understood that, man. You know, you just got a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes you gotta make sure your priorities are, you know, in order. So definitely respect that. You know, salute to that.
Burns, that's my brother though, man. I've been knowing him for 12 plus years, something like that. He's a real motherfucker right there.
Yeah, it don't get no better than that. So like you said, you wear many hats. So how do you balance family life? You just got married, kids or your daughter and the dogs and all that. Like, how do you balance music, family life, and then transition? I think you moved, I guess, because you was in California, right?
Yeah. I was out there. There. Man, very, very carefully. It's honestly, I've been feeling kind of the weight of it lately, but just trying to prioritize. Obviously, like music's been my life and is my passion. You know what I mean? That's how I express myself, how I communicate, how I feel like, you know, I contribute to the culture as well. You know what I mean? The culture that I feel like raised me. But just just trying to make time, prioritize obviously my daughter first and foremost, make sure I provide for her as best I can, try to give her what I wasn't so fortunate to have, and just trying to, I've learned to start writing lists down and things like that, and trying to be more organized with that kind of stuff. I used to always try to keep it on my mind and just remember everything.
Yeah.
And, it don't work. It don't work as good as I would hope it would.
Nah, not no more, man. As you get older, I learned like, hey, I forgot to do this. I either put it in my phone or I write it down, a little spiral, man. It really does make a difference. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with like graduating to that part of being responsible and organized too,
Yeah. Especially with my business, I flip houses, so I like to invest in real estate, buy an older spot, and I do all the work myself, like, single-handedly from the ground up. And it's a lot of hours, a lot of labor and stuff like that. And it's real important for me now to start writing the stuff down, because especially I got to work, basically from the ground up and like the inside of the walls out. You know what I mean? I can't be doing, flooring before I paint, and then it's just it's a lot of stuff to organize and stuff like that. But it's helped me out all in all overall. You know what I mean? And I've never been that far from writing shit down anyway, as you know, as an MC. So I like to write anyway. But
that's dope.
Yeah.
So do you have merch? I see your hat. Tell us about your merch.
Yeah. So my merch game used to be a lot better. I'm trying to just dive back into that. At this point, I have somebody that I'm kind of transitioning from, who is currently making my shit, to try to find someone that can like facilitate more of a timely process. I try to do like, mom and pop, people trying to start their own business. I try to help, give my business to people that need it instead of like these major chain, type of things. But the lady that I work with, she got grandbabies and things like that running around, and sometimes she'll give me a deadline of when to expect something. But I'm basically reigniting the merch game. I do got this wolf. I got hats and t-shirts and hoodies and all that coming up now that it's start getting colder.
Right.
I got one other design. It's a crazy gorilla, but I got some stuff kind of like stashed away that I'm trying to start getting going. But I'm trying to do everything like a better. I used to actually like screen print my own shit.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like elevate from screen printing to like embroidery only, or depending on like a lot like this stuff. I do like a left chest or a hat or like a Scully or something like that. It's easy to do, but like once you start getting into like the big designs, I might still do with some screen printing stuff like that. But I also had a team several years back, 3-4 illustrators. We were starting the War of Art clothing line thing, and they designed a lot of shit. And everybody, life goes on and people go their separate ways. So I'm kind of trying to reignite that whole thing. Just started using a Bandcamp page. It's been around forever. I never really messed with it, but just set up a website. It's still kind of in its preliminary stages. So, but yeah, I do got some merch. Sassy actually hit me up. I'm gonna bless her with a joint.
Cool. Cool, man.
I see her rocking this hat in the near future.
Put it up close. Let me see it.
Yeah. It's real nice, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, wait. I was like,
I got that on my chest too. It's big old. It's a wolf that my man. He's actually mutations out of Rio, Brazil.
Oh wow! Okay.
He's done artwork for like Slipknot, Ill Bill, a lot of dope artists like that, and he just gravitated to my music. We started chopping it up, and then he was actually one of the dudes that was doing a lot of my War of Art shit. But we're still cool. But he's kind of been here and there with communication. So try to help him out as I can, and just kind of let him find his time to make time for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's an incredibly talented illustrator and artist, and definitely appreciate that guy.
That's dope. So
Signature.
yeah, that's dope. So talk to us about this new album, Genghis Khanplex. Like, even like just from the album name. How did you come up with that? And then tell us like what fans can look forward to if they haven't already listened to it. Like what they're gonna hear when they play that album.
Yeah, so this is actually the sequel to the first Genghis Khanplex. That came out last year, and it's produced entirely by my brother Noho Kai. Just insanely talented producer, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, there's a lot of dope production and beat makers out there.
Right.
But this dude plays like multiple instruments. He rhymes too. He engineers. He does like, and he's the type like I compare him kind of like to a Dre. You know what I mean? Like he'll make a beat, we'll lay something down, and then he'll like go back in and like drop shit and build bridges and add
man.
Based on like what I brought to the track, and really like produce it to a level that not a lot of people that I've fucked with in the past have done. So like the first album, I think was 8 tracks, and had like Slain from La Coca Nostra.
Oh, well, that sounds to him too, man.
Yeah. This new one, it's actually on Bandcamp right now, and it drops on all digital streaming sites tomorrow. So,
okay.
And so it's actually. Do you know Two Feathers from Tulsa? He used to go by Ron.
I heard that name. I'm gonna have to go back. I ain't gonna lie to you live, man. I'm gonna have to go back and do my research. There's a lot of dope artists out there that I might have to kind of like catch up on because
he's an artist. That dude's like my brother too, and he's phenomenally talented as well. He rhymes, he sings, all that shit. Dude even does like stand up and shit. You know what I mean? He's a talented dude. But I think him. Like Tone Spliff does cuts on that Free Reign song.
Right.
I'm not sure how much of what y'all. I mean, I tried a new approach with this album. Times are changing, streaming, the way that people, listen to music, social media, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just like write a whole album, put everything together, drop it as a project. Make a limited amount of CDs, like 1,000 CDs or something, some merch, and push like the whole package like that. And people like consumed music like that still at that time. I feel like now our attention spans get a little bit shorter. We're kind of just like, all right, like that was dope. What's next? Like scrolling. Right. And we're all guilty of it, you know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing, but you gotta like roll with the way that things are moving and grow with that. And that's something I'm trying to learn. I feel like personally my social media is kind of lacking, you know what I mean? I'm not too keen on how to get that shit popping. I'm more on the artist side of shit. I just like to make the music, put it out, and like, I was fortunate to have made the impact I did back when I first started dropping stuff. But I released I think 4 singles on this album prior to the album dropping tomorrow, and it's got those 4 and I think another 3, so it's like a total of, it's like an EP. It's not a full length. I used to drop like 20 track album.
This one has like what I think it has like 8 songs on it, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I try to release a single every few weeks, kind of keep the momentum going, stuff like that. With this album, from my years of touring, doing shows, I always went like dolo. Like I never had like a hype man. I never brought like an entourage with me. Like I pack my own merch. I would be at my own merch table selling my shit, and I would go on stage and I would do like 45-minute sets, you know what I mean? And just wow out and just be a sweaty mess afterwards, you know what I mean? But like the way that I used to write and the way that I used to approach music, was I'm a big fan of production, and I would generally look for like big production, you know, like real heavy beats, and almost like I would go to war with the track itself, and it was almost like on me to try to like to not overpower, but in a way to really like meet head on with the track and make something really powerful, and it was real aggressive. I went on tours with like hardcore bands and fucking, you know, had mosh pit crazy shit going on.
What was that like, man? Not to cut you off, man. Like, what?
No. It was crazy. It was a blast, man. You know, like shout out my brother Danny Diablo from New York hardcore scene. You know, I did several shows with him over in Europe, stuff like that, and did the Black and Blue Bowl that they do every year. I think the one they're doing this year is in Vegas, but the one I did was out in Red Hook, I think, out in New York. And yeah, it was dope, man. I mean, the crowds are always different. They're always lively. And, you know, sometimes I feel with, I don't know, it was energetic, and it was fun and exciting. You know what I mean? But
hey, do people get hurt? Do people get hurt like when they doing the mosh pit thing?
Yeah, you know, it depends, man. Like usually you kind of go into it like expecting that, you know, you might catch an elbow here or there, but it's like, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I would jump in there but it's something about like, it's kind of like where you're at in your head, and you know, some people just need that energy, that release. And like people don't go in there and just like start fighting each other. You know what I mean? It's not like you go in there and you're like squaring up with dudes and like changing shots and shit like that. Like you go in there and people are like throwing crazy fucking flailing around, and you know what I mean? It's like dudes are wilding out, but it's not like targeting anybody in particular.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes dudes like will like catch a shot from somebody and get carried away and like go after them and shit like that. But usually the crowd is also like, we're doing this collectively. We're trying to have a good time. Like we don't want y'all actually to start fighting and like fuck up our fun. You know what I mean? We're just out here like expending energy, enjoying the music, and just kind of letting loose. You know what I mean? So people do get hurt, but it's rarely like anything serious. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, I remember when at the Black and Blue Bowl, that was definitely the wildest mosh pit like I've ever been around. And I mean, I was there and we were watching a show, and all of a sudden, like this big old like Viking dude just like started like double arm sprinklers mowing people down, and I was like, "What? That's cool, bro. I'm playing the wall after that." You know what I mean? I was definitely like the one where I was like, I'm gonna just be over there for a little bit. You know what I mean? But for the most part, energy's great, and everybody's there just to have a good time, you know.
You have a tour coming up?
A tour? So actually I've been in the talks of doing some stuff back overseas. I've been getting hit up by promoters, but nothing concrete yet. I might actually be coming to Tulsa pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
But definitely hey boo. my beautiful, beautiful daughter.
Hey, was she on? She was on last time, wasn't she?
Huh?
I think she popped on last time.
No, I don't think. I think last time I was out in Cali, and she wasn't out there at that time. So
okay, I thought she had popped on last time.
You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
Just don't embarrass me too bad. No, and you're not embarrassing. Come here. This is my daughter Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Hey, what up? What up?
Hey, Brooklyn. You like, why is he getting
future legend right here in the making?
Yeah.
All right.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. You need me?
She's like, yeah.
She gonna drop a 16? Can she drop a high 16?
Yeah, you want to drop a verse for him? No.
No,
but she might be working on some stuff, you know. You never know.
Okay, that's cool.
all right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. But she's trying.
Work is difficult.
Yeah. She's practicing this dance routine, and it's tough. It's tough. You'll get it.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
We'll get it.
Hard work, dedication.
Right.
Like,
right. Bye, Brooklyn.
Bye.
They like you more than me, you know. Who knows? Yes, she's a great kid.
That's cool, man. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Why don't we take a commercial break and then we'll come back, man, and resume. We gotta pay some bills. We're chilling with Matt Maddox, man, on Just Coolin' Podcast.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl DawsonSJewellS from Just Coolin' Podcast. Listen, if you would like for us to stream one of your promos or commercials during one of our Just Coolin' Podcast episodes, let us know. I'm talking about we streaming worldwide, Germany, Canada, just to name a few. For more info and details, click the link below. And always remember, we just coolin'. Peace.
Podcast. That was real quick. Make sure you guys hit that. It was 18
Dawson was straight to it. She was
right.
Like,
18 seconds, man. 18 seconds. Make sure y'all hit that like button below. And make sure you subscribe, tell a friend, and tell another friend, man. We back in the middle with Matt Maddox, Just Coolin' Podcast, man.
What has been a challenge for you as an artist, if any?
I mean, there's definitely been several. At first, it was more what we kind of talked about or touched on a little bit earlier, like the balancing of everything. Mm-hmm. At the time when I first really started, like I feel like I was blessed because, like, you know, I came up as an MC and I feel like I kind of got into the game, or at least started putting music out on like a serious, you know, not just like ciphers and, you know, doing shows and shit, but like really putting out albums and promoting myself and pursuing it as a serious artist right at a time where like it was just on the cusp of when I don't even really know how to explain it. Like the biggest, because like back then, like I said, I put out a couple videos, I put out an album, and it gained like momentum fast. You know what I mean? Like I remember I got booked for my first tour in Europe, and like I thought the promoter hitting me up was like made a mistake. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, like I've done like local shows and shit like that, and he was like, yo, like I want to, you want to do a show in Barcelona, and I was like, I thought like he looked at me and thought I was like from Spain or some shit, and I was like, bro, I can't just like drive to your venue and perform. He was like, nah, bro, like I'm trying to book you for a tour and shit, and I was like, oh wait, he's like, yeah, I got like London and France and like all kinds of shit on deck too. Like, just let me just say the word, we'll like make it happen. And I was like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? So like, it really took off quick. But one of the biggest challenges now I feel like is adjusting to social media and like the way that people consume music. You know what I mean? There's back then I guess what I was trying to say is like on the cusp of when like not everybody rapped. You know what I mean? Like now I feel I read something like some statistic the other day, and whether it's true or not, you know, who knows anymore. But it was like some tens of thousands of artists are putting out music and like trying to be new. Like tomorrow it'll be 10,000 new rappers that weren't out today, and then the next day another ridiculous amount of people. You know what I mean? And the big challenge is like there's so much quantity of music. Mm-hmm. I feel like the quality gets lost kind of in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Yeah. And for me, it's been, you know, I used to have, and I still, like, a lot of my people hold me down, and I'm forever grateful for that. But as we get older, as we, you know, have families or whatever we're doing, you know, not everybody's as invested on the level that they were before. So trying to find new ways of marketing yourself, trying to find new ways of you know, gaining that traction in a basically digital platform. You know what I mean? I'm from an era where like, dude wanted to battle, I'll come to your fucking house and battle you. You know what I mean? I'll show up at your spot and be like, bro, let's spit, you know, or like, you know, I'll come to your show and cause a fucking scene. You know what I mean? Like but now it's so many, there's just the highlight reel of social media shit. Yeah. And I'm a productive, like busy dude. I'm trying to like run this business. I'm doing a lot of things and I don't have the time. Like I'm finding it takes like talent to make like
real
captivating content and reels and shit. I'm sitting there trying to learn CapCut for fucking 2 hours to make a 20-second video that's like decent, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, like people are doing 2 or 3 of these a day and they're like fire. And I'm like, and I'm like I said, I'm not like, I don't know how to fucking set my camera up and act like my camera's not there and go do my shit. You know, walk by with my fucking headphones on, like I'm just making breakfast and shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually just doing this shit and like not.
That's real.
Like, I feel like with social media and everything nowadays, it's almost like you got to act like you got like a little cameraman there at all times, and especially as an artist, that's one thing that it's difficult because I'm not like, and I don't say this lightly, you know, like to each their own. Everybody does their own thing, and I don't judge anybody. But I know that as an MC on a competitive level, you got to have like a certain amount of ego to be able to be like, I'll take the Pepsi challenge with any one of you guys. Like you put some shit, I'll spit my shit, you spit your shit, I'm gonna try to top you, so on and so forth. But like I don't have the ego where it's like I just feel like I'm a fucking superstar. You know what I mean? Like but I feel like that's something that I need to kind of like bring into my like portfolio, so to speak.
Help your brand.
From a digital perspective, like the fans, they want that content, they want to see that, and they want those interactions, they want that.
But you can be authentic. You don't have to act like, you know, you're doing those. Be authentic. People will just want to see what you have for breakfast, or just like your daughter, like just simple stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, he cool," or that's, you know, my son. Sometimes I do like a little show I do line on in, and sometimes he'll come in there and be singing my song. I'm like, "Boy, get out of here!" But people like that. It's authentic, and they think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? So you can just set up your little phone on your little ring light and just do regular stuff, and people will tune in and watch.
Right.
So I just gotta say, you know, I like know nothing about you when this couple of days when we go in, and I was like, well, let me go check them out. Like, who's this person? So after checking, I'm like, oh, like you just gain a fan, because who you are. People they don't just gravitate towards you. It's just that you got them hooked. You definitely got me hooked, because I'm listening to your lyrics and I was like, you're right, because it's your genre of music is old school music. And what I mean by old school music, the description of it is that you don't need all those swear to cover up your untalented self, whatever. You're talented. So all your lyrics tell the story. Right. You didn't even have to tell me during this podcast that you were in real estate, because you already said it in the impact lyrics already, you know? Yeah. Like you already told us your story. You tell a story just like, you know, the old school rap does. Right. You tell a story, and we already know how you grew up because of that story, telling us that you're into poems, you know? Like we know that about you because your lyrics are clear. And it tells stories, lessons, and things that you've gone through. People can relate, you know, that has like problems with broken families. Right. And so let me just touch base on this, because on your impact song, on the lyrics that stood out to me was like, new normal was broken homes or traps in cells. Like, I'm like, oh, that's what's up, you know, because I can relate to that. People can relate to your music because it's what people, you know, gone through back in the days as well. You know, you're not the only one that gone through it, and definitely to it. Yeah. So all yours, you're authentic, you know. So if you don't know him, you're gonna know him now. Right. It's like, it's true. It's the marketing. It is the marketing. But you just showing that you're writing your poem. You don't even have to look at the camera. You know, you're not there. You know. People want to look at you, they want to see you, but you can even just do a side profile showing that you're rapping to your music. That's it. That short 15-second clip is your advertising right there. That's why I can come up with 3-4 videos, because my video is just me standing there pumping gas, and that's it's like, oh, she pumping gas. I don't know. Just get them.
but that's facts though, because like that's for real. And like we all sit here watching reels and shit like that, and like you know, a lot of them are people just doing what they do.
Right.
And it's something that, like I said, I'm trying to adopt that mindset of being like remembering first and foremost, like, yo, like just set the camera up real quick, like make this cup of coffee, grab your shit, you know, head out the door, like with the camera on, you know what I mean? Or like a lot of times I'll think about it, I'm like in the truck going to or from work, and I got the little thing holding my phone. I just, you know, say a little something to the fans right on there, whatever, you know, spit a little 16 or something.
Yeah, they love that.
But nah, Sassy, I was saying, you know, we was messaging a little earlier, and like she got a solid following, you know what I mean? Like I was looking, I was like, damn, like that's numbers, that's big numbers to me, you know what I mean? So like any game you can put me up on with that, I'm gonna be all ears with that, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm so down. You're just like a talent in itself. You know, I'm telling you, your lyrics is not like a Novocaine, all right? Like you said in your lyrics. Your lyrics speaks and people can feel it. Just like your comments that's in there, they said it, that they feel your lyrics. Yeah. And when you put yourself out there, they're gonna feel your lyrics. I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I was like, yo, I'm so excited for tonight.
Like you said, don't let them jar you.
Yeah. Don't let them jar you, baby. That's the jam.
Right.
Yeah. That's
finally some good music, because you exactly like what you're saying, especially because you saying about this too in your title, No Country for Old Man.
Yeah,
that's a good track
too. So yeah, it's a good track. What you're saying about old school hip hop, how things are not like back in days. You know, you put out whatever your parents put out, that's what you eat. And exactly. Yeah. So it's not like that. Now you're gonna have to email for apologize. Like I totally get all of those. Like we can all relate, and then all your music is touched back. It's like, all right, people's gonna love your music. You just have to get out there, and those 15 seconds. Just not more than 15 seconds. Just 15 seconds of you doing whatever. It just gets them. You just being a normal person. That's it.
I'm taking notes right now, for real.
And the beauty of this whole conversation, which I love it is, man, like everybody is being very genuine and honest about who you are, man. So like, you're doing what you're doing, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're here for a reason. You have a purpose. You know what I mean?
Definitely stay original too. Originality. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that too much no more.
Yeah.
You're a legend. You're a legend itself. Like you're on here. That's why I was like, who got him on here? I was like, how you do that?
No, I appreciate it. I would say, you know, like, you know, to round out the question, one of the big things they expect with this album, though, I would say is probably I just switched up production style a little bit. You know, I still love the boom bap. It's still in my heart. But, you know, I was getting on stage and I was competing with the beat, and it was like I was getting winded because I'm a lively performer. You know what I mean? I want to jump in the crowd. I want to, you know, run around and act a damn fool while I'm up there. That's like, I love it. I love to perform. I love to like interact with the fans. I love to be out there with people and just experience music with y'all. You know what I mean? So like for me. But I was finding that like not having somebody backing me up on another mic, you know, just me and a DJ, and we're going back and forth, and I'm running around like a damn fool. Like you start getting, you know, and like I feel like my cardio game is on point, but still nothing prepares you for like spitting and at the level that I was spitting, and that the like consistency that I write and how I formulate my bars, like. It's pretty rapid fire at that time. So now I'm trying to try a little bit of production where like we're in a renaissance of hip hop. I feel like right now, a lot of people, in my opinion, took a page kind of out of Rock Marcy's page.
Shout out to him.
Rock Marcy is a legend. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I slowed the production down on some stuff, and it's really given me an opportunity to, like I said, I'm not competing with the beats anymore. You know what I mean? I want the beat to lay the foundation, and then like I want to like finesse it. You know, I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to feel the fluctuation of my words. I want you to feel like the passion of what I'm trying to really spit to you. And I want you to come on this ride with me and not just be this like adrenaline packed, onslaught of sound, which, like I said, at that time in my life and in my journey as an artist, that was where I was at. And that was like, that got me hyped. That's, I had a lot of pent up energy. A lot of stuff was going on. And I was like, that was my release. And it's still a release for me. And it's still like very therapeutic. But on this album, I slowed it down a little bit on some of the joints. And I'm really trying to just like accentuate the wordplay, the metaphors, the similes, the double, triple entendres. I wanted to, where the listener can listen and be like the joint I sent you earlier, the sneak peek.
Yeah,
there's some wordplay in there. That's why I started off was like, yo, this is the kind of shit you listen to, and then you listen back again, you'd be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, because the first time you hear it, you might think, oh, that's dope. He said some shit, and you listen 2-3 times, you're like, oh shit, okay, that means like something else too, or like
right
2, 3, 4 things all at once, and like that's the kind of like thought-provoking shit that I like to pen and put into my music. So I would say that's something to look forward to, is a different sound of the production and some rhymes to really dissect, and just vibe out with,
So
can you tell us your favorite track on this album and why?
My favorite track on it. Man, give me a second, because I'm actually in the middle of, I'm finishing up another album right now. I got that one on the way. I would say,
who is this?
I don't know. I've seen that.
The sexual tension between Matt and DJ Quinn is real, guys. Just
don't even read the rest of that, man. Don't even read that. I don't know what this person talking about.
Why?
We're gonna get him off of here.
We love the trolls. Let them troll.
Man,
Hey, we love the trolls. Let them troll.
Well, there's some comments somewhere I can't see or something.
But I'm getting that. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. We like the trolls. Go
ahead.
That means they looking and listening.
Interested. Where is that?
That means they looking and listening.
We have like our Facebook pages live and our YouTube, so it's live.
Yeah,
so it's
all the people
that's watching. Yeah.
Hey,
we love the trolls.
We love you.
Yeah, love the trolls. Love the trolls.
I'm outvoted. I'm let that ride. I've been overridden, but that I don't tolerate no stuff like that. But anyway, go ahead.
Let them troll. I ain't even hate.
Go ahead. What was you?
My favorite, man. I don't even know, honestly.
They're all good.
Yeah, on this album, it's really I don't know. I think I like the wildlife joint, because my man Two Feathers, spits the hook on it, and it's kind of like the wordplay on it is.
All right, how about this? Give me one of your personal tracks from this album that you just be like, yo, this is real personal, and you know what I'm saying? Like, know how you write something, and you're like, yo, that's the one right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On this one, I wouldn't say on this album there's anything that was like too deep and personal like that. This was something, like I said, experimenting with some. I just caught a glimpse of that, but
I didn't get to read it. What did it say?
Like, how do you delete that?
But yeah, I don't know, man. I like them all. The production was dope. I think on that wildlife track, it was cool because I kind of tried to incorporate, the thought of like of the industry. With like, living in like the concrete jungle, like references to like animal wildlife and how it's a wildlife and just, stuff like that, from a creative aspect. But then like on Free Reign, I feel like I went like the rhyme schemes, I kind of went in, and then Tone Spliff, he's a legend of a DJ. Like he tore that up on the cut. So what are y'all reading? I need to see this shit.
Don't y'all get stuck in them comments.
Let's do this, man. Go ahead and
I want to hear your new track. I want to hear.
We're going. Yeah,
that's what I want to hear. I'm excited about that because you told me it's like a different style. So I was listening to that. I was listening to your music. I was like, this is not enough time. I need some more because I was like, oh, this is like it's like I'm feeding for this talent, this music, and I'm like, oh, he's going somewhere. He's definitely popping. I was like, I need to know. So whenever you're ready, I want to listen.
Let's do that now. Let's go ahead and introduce him now, Matt.
This joint that I sent y'all?
Yeah.
All right. Right now, you're about to get a sneak exclusive peek at an unheard song. This song is called Melody. Produced by Noho Kai, obviously, my brother. What up? And this is one of the first joints we did for the album, and it's got a slow melodic, melody, and just listen to the rhymes and the wordplay, and let me know. Pervert Mike, let me know in the comments, brother.
Run it.
World premiere, y'all, man. Mellow by Matt Maddox, y'all.
Yes, run it.
Yo, for real.
Run it.
It's that kind of shit you listen to. You listen back again, you like, damn. Dead ass. Check it. Yo, listen. Flow crow cop when bro drop the 1-2 moves. When I kick truth in the booth, kung fu shoes. Fuck a chorus, you Chuck Norris trying to run through Bruce. My animals attack, you never seeing Sun Tzu lose. In this war of art, Bonaparte, duck goose. Get twist up, I'm like Bishop when it come to juice. The difference with us is missiles to a punk deuce. Dick suck, some chicks with big butts and some huge boobs. My only goal in life was to be holding this mic, speaking vulgar and bright, trying to bring these poems to life. A soldier of light, molded in the cold of the night, and know my rights. I'm like Tyson in the throes of the fight. Rocky training outside a snowy cottage, yeah, my flow the hottest. Bro, your stove couldn't hold the wattage. Older god like Odin, sipping from a golden goblet, zoning out at how I'ma blow a wad up and snow the product. No, for honest, a legend with the pen and pad, no exaggeration, imagination like Lennon had. A master aged in ways of how to get the bag. Heavy hammer on a big stick for your head of staff. When the hunger comes.
Oh, we gotta stop it. We can't get you out of rest of that, man. We can't get you out of rest of that, man. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Thing
you did right with the beat too.
Yeah.
It was like it's something different. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
definitely can hear you. Everything was clear. I was like, oh, okay, what's that? I was like, what's that beat? I was like, all right, it got like some foreign kind of beat added in the back too.
Yeah, Noho Kai, he's actually just commented right now. He's an animal. That I've known him for damn near my whole life, and he can spit too. He can. So we actually got a couple of joint. We're like we had a grip of songs, like some of them he does the mixing, the mastering, all that. He's a busy dude, so not all of them. I'm also like I got this shit that we're sitting on, like I want to get it out. I want to get moving. And also just with the way that music is going, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you got to kind of consistently be content, just like with social media and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, because so many people are doing it, and I have a solid fan base, and I love my fans and I love my listeners, but there's so much growth. I feel like there's so many people that ain't even heard of me, that haven't even heard. I got albums going back 15 years almost, you know what I mean? And like I'm about to be re-releasing some shit that's been nowhere to be found for the last, it's been off for a minute. But yeah, he really just, I told him, actually, I hit him up. I was like, yo, I kind of want something a little slow, melodic. I got something I kind of just want to like play with. And he like whipped that up like fast as fuck. And was like, yo, check this out. I sent it, and I was like, I'm in the fucking studio right now. Like, I'll hit you later. Like, and it just came to fruition like that. You know what I mean? But super talented producer, even better dude. all around. The chemistry, like I said, he produced the whole first Genghis Khanplex album. That's literally live everywhere. And if y'all haven't checked that out, definitely do.
Please do.
That album, I would say, got more. There's a joint on there. We did a video for. It's called Mother May I. That's
I was about to ask you about that too.
That was that's something that was more. And in some of my earlier writings as a younger artist, like I didn't touch too much on my personal life, just because I had mixed feelings about what or not I was willing to share.
Right.
Still as a man was dealing with like my own feelings of processing those things. You know what I mean? So it took a lot for me to come to a point where I was like, man, like, because the stories we all tell ourselves in our head, right? Like I was like, man, like people just want bars. People don't want to hear it. They want to hear, and like early on, I was like an activist. You know what I mean? I wanted to shine light on social injustices and things like that, and really like bring matters of what I felt mass importance into the light, and things that affected me and I feel like affect us as a people that I found important. And I was like, I didn't know that my shit was what people like also wanted to hear. But then as a fan of hip hop and as a listener, that's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? Like that's what I related to. That's why hip hop basically was like my father. You know what I mean? So for many years when that man was absent from my life, from mine and my siblings' lives, like I learned a lot of shit from hip hop. Like I didn't, Pops wasn't around. Like I had to figure a lot of this shit out on my own.
Well, do you think that hip hop kind of raised you a little bit while he was
absolutely
within his absence? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And that's really, at the end of the day, I've been honored to get some messages and some feedback from fans that have really told me some really heartwarming shit, that my music was able to play like an integral role in their life and their development as a person, where like, sometimes you feel like we're the only one going through the things we're going through.
Yeah.
You might hear an artist be like, oh, this guy's dope. And then like, oh, he can spit, he's got bars. And then you hear another song, you're like, oh, damn, like his pops wasn't around too. And oh shit, like he's got brothers and sisters too. And he's got, he was going through some of this shit that I can relate to that. Kind of like what Sassy was saying earlier about the social media stuff. It's like people, they want to see just like the day-to-day shit that you're doing, like, because people can relate to, everybody can relate to pumping gas, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Like it humanizes you, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I've talked to artists on different ends of the spectrum where some cats are like, nah, like you can't, like people have told me like not to respond to fans' comments or not to respond to message. Like you got to keep this allure of like, nah, you're a celebrity, like you don't. And I was like, nah, like, and I've never been that, you know what I mean? I've always shown appreciation to the utmost. I've always been super, super grateful for everybody that listens and everybody that's joining me on this journey. Cause like I'm just a dude trying to figure this shit out, just like everybody else. You know what I mean? I just happen to want to express it and share it artistically through the music with everybody because of what the importance of the culture and what hip hop meant to me. Like I want to contribute, you know what I mean, back to it. I don't want to just be someone that's just take and so.
And I feel like by you responding, you know what I'm saying, you keep it more personal with the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get a better personal, like, oh yeah, he responded. Like he's dope. You know what I'm saying? Until it's like you said, some artists don't respond and you be like, but you might
they respond to the negative stuff, which I don't understand. I'm like, you have a fan that's really a fan of yours. You'll look over them, but you'll respond to someone trolling or being negative. To me, that's just like, I'm like, why? So then you get someone like 5 seconds of fame.
Right.
And you're going back and forth with that person when you have a real fan that actually like digs you. You know what I'm saying? So
ego just for the species in general is a crazy thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So You know, I touched a little bit on that earlier as an artist. Like, you need it to a certain degree, you know, but it's like a healthy side of it, like being confident, not cocky or conceited. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very confident in my abilities. I know what I've put into this. I put the hours into this. My 10,000 is checked. I can document it. You know what I mean? Like, I know where I'm at. But like, you know, there's artists that are like well known that behind closed doors will give me props all day. Yo, bro, you're a fucking animal, this and that. But like, in the public eye, you got to uphold some sort of image. And like I said, it's no love lost. It is what it is. But that's kind of always, you know, I've been curious about that myself, because that's just not how I operate. I'm like, somebody hits me up, that they're taking, you know, my time's no more valuable than anybody else's. You know what I mean? We all got the same 24 hours. And if you're going to take the time to reach out, and especially you're giving me props, like, yo, man, like, your music is fire. Like, I really like this song. I really like that feature you did for Whoop-de-Whoop, whatever. I'm going to take my time to respond. Hey, man, like, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I do it obviously for me as a form of expression and art, but also I do it hoping like that song impact. Like, I'm trying to make an impact with it. You know what I mean? Because it made music and hip hop culture made such an impact on me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, that's dope, man. I do have one more question. So if you could do a song with 5 people, dead or alive, who would it be? They could be family members, could be, you know, somebody that's not as big, but like, you know.
Man.
Everybody taking a sip to that one. Like,
Nah, it's I mean, what's crazy is some of my bigger influences musically aren't always even hip hop. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
I got like two like Bob Marley quotes tatted on me. You know what I mean? Like, Bob was an inspiration to me. So I would
definitely Bob. I said definitely Bob Marley would be one.
Yeah, if I could get Bob on a joint, that's the only song I need to make. You know what I mean? But I would say Bob, you know, another one of my huge influences, just from what I related to a lot growing up. I would say like Pac. I mean Biggie is so dope, but and not to take nothing away from him, because I know there's like the whole you know, balance between those two, but like Pac to me just spoke more to me from where I was at. Like Dear Mama, I felt that shit, you know, real personal. Like M, I would love to do a song with M. I related to a lot of his shit, his younger shit. You know, unfortunately, I wasn't always in the greatest standings with my mom and things like that growing up, but we're great now.
Good.
I would say M, Pac, Bob. I mean, man, that's.
You got 2 more.
I would love to say Pun, because Pun to me. It was like I mean, it's Pun, you know what I mean? But
Terror Squad, yeah.
So like maybe Pun and man.
You got one more.
I know. I'm trying to choose wisely. Black Thought? Maybe?
Yes, okay. We'll take that. I'll take it. I mean,
Nah, he's so dope. I mean,
he's so underrated, man. God.
Yeah. I could have went with Royce. I could have went with several other artists. I mean, my own older brother's a dope MC, and we've done songs and projects together. And I mean, I would almost think in a way.
Well, give him a shout out too, man. What's your brother's name, man? Give him a shout out.
Law Dog. He's LA space DOG. He's got shit all over, music everywhere. You know what I mean? We actually did an EP a couple years back called Pop Shop. My father. Now we me and Pops were all good. We reconnected in adulthood for me, and he in the last several years back had some heart complications, and I tried to swoop in and save the day. Went out of my way to go kind of like take care of him, and my older brother met me out there to make sure that he was going to pull through. And while he was in the hospital, we were like kind of watching, taking care of his things, and we were like, yo, let's just like throw down a project real quick. We're just kind of like both here and busted out a little project. My pops is a carpenter by trade, and he had a cabinet shop, and he was living in his shop, you know what I mean, in like the hood in like Santa Ana, like bad, but like we went and like watched over his shop, tried to keep his affairs in order, and we were at Pop Shop, so we just called it the Pop Shop, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I would say throw him in there in the mix too,
All right. Do you have a video coming up?
A video?
Yeah, like a music video. Like all these songs that you're putting out, you need.
Yeah, definitely. There's a dude out here in Wichita that shot the. I got a video called Black Rolls from a Son of Samson album that actually Law Dog is heavily on too. Shout out to Dark Arts. He's recently jumped on with the Umbrella, and he's producing for that whole movement. Mickey Diamond, Snotty, all them cats. You know what I mean? Me and Dark Arts with my brother did a project in 2020 called Son of Samson, and so this guy Benny out here shot the video for that album, one of the videos for that album, and he did the Mother May I video on the Genghis Khanplex first album, and we got some shit in the works, but again, back to balancing out wearing all these different hats, you know what I mean? It's just trying to find a time where because he's a like a street dude turned minister, and he ministers the youth and stuff like that. So finding time where he's free and I'm free and we can make it work is not always on the same schedule, but
it happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens. All good, brother.
Definitely life.
Does anybody else have any more questions or?
No, let's do that. I'm tired. Let's see what I'm tired of.
Oh yeah. Let's get that out there. Yeah, we can do that.
So usually I have something funny, but I just was like, you know what? It's called I'm tired of, and so I'm just gonna say like I'm just tired of being tired.
Yeah.
You have to make sure we give ourselves time to reset. Like it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then you're forcing your creativity, you're forcing everything. So it's all right to just reset. So that's what I'm tired of this week. I'm tired of being tired. So if you need to reset and regroup, do that. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
I agree. I concur, man. I can't even follow that one up, man. I think we all have our moments when we feel the same way. So
yeah, I'm definitely tired of being tired of my damn self.
Well said. How can everybody reach you, man, as far as your social handles, as far as music?
Yeah, it's at Matt Maddox on Instagram. My YouTube is youtube.com/MattMaddox7. Spotify, Matt Maddox, all the iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, all that stuff. I have Facebook, but I really don't use it. I also have Twitter. I don't really be on there much. But Matt Maddox, I think Matt Maddox 82 on Twitter. You can definitely find me on Facebook if you look, and maybe pull my ass out of retirement on there and I'll engage with you for sure. But mostly I'm on Instagram. I just set up a website for my label called War of Art.
Yeah.
But it's at warofartists.com. Definitely check it out. I post kind of like little blog updates on there, and when a single's coming out, when a single drops, some photos, you know, stuff on there. There's some merch things on there as well. Little widgets where you can listen to some of the songs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I'm doing it all. I'm piling in this whole shit myself, so bear with me. But definitely reach out to me on IGs, probably the social media I use them. I'm on TikTok too, but I got like 3 followers. You know what I mean? So we're gonna work on that a little bit. But
good.
I think on TikTok I'm like Matt Maddox or some shit. Somebody wanted to take the actual Matt Maddox already. So Matt the Maddox, like Matt the Maddox. So
okay.
I'm on TikTok. Oh, I got 45 followers now.
You went up. You went up.
Better jump on right now. No, but, I appreciate you guys for real. It's always so dope to chop it up with you guys and get this with you. So
let me leave y'all with a closing quote, man, before we call it quits real quick, man. It's only going to take about 5 seconds. All right, the closing quote for the night is, excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way by Booker T. Washington. You know, just let that sink in. It's pretty simple, straight to the point, man. Keep on grinding, pushing yourselves. All of us, we need to keep doing that and grinding. And just, you know that everybody just put into this culture and what we're doing is not going unvain or nothing like that, man. So peace to everybody.
Oh, DJ Quinn, pervert Mike.
What? Wait,
pervert
what?
Mike said holla at him.
Oh, man.
Yo.
I love the trolls. Keep trolling.
Yo,
this is the first time we had trolls on this show, man. I didn't know how to react. I'm like, man, what?
Let Mike live. Let Mike live.
We love you, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mike.
We love you, Mike.
Don't forget to love yourself, Mike.
Do some push-ups tonight, Mike. You know.
But yo, check out Noho Kai. I want to say real quick, Noho Kai got an album, compilation album called Mixed Emotions. It's streaming everywhere. That's like a flame. Like I'm on a joint with Ill Bill on there.
Okay.
He's got songs with everybody from like Locksmith, R.A. the Rugged Man, Casual from Hyro, like Bill Slane, fucking Chino XL, Nem, all on that album, and it's fucking retarded. I know you can't say that no more, but that album is dumb nice. So check that out. And
that's bars on top of bars right there, man. Like,
yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. I've been trying to see about getting something going with Chino, so we'll see what happens. But
it'll happen, man. It'll
absolutely happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Definitely happen, man. All right.
Well, definitely good seeing you again, man. We appreciate you coming through for sure, bro.
Right.
Yeah, anytime you want to come back on here, man, promoter, just hang out, just chop up, man. You know we're here for you, man.
Hell yeah.
Always welcome.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate what y'all are doing for the culture. Definitely. You know what I mean? Don't forget to give yourselves a little pat on the back, and we all gonna keep pushing it forward. You know what I mean? Thank you for my social media education tonight. Anytime you feel free, if you feel like shooting me some game on how to like dial my shit in. Like, yo, that last reel you posted too long, bro. Don't do that. Like, all right. But for real, I definitely appreciate you guys and much love.
Absolutely, man. Much love.
Be easy, man. Peace, y'all.
Bye. That's coming.